Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Episode 9 Rise Up Predictions and Spoilers. As stated, this will contain predictions and spoilers, so if it is not your thing, do not continue to watch the video. Thank you for all of you guys that show up each and every week and the participation. In this video, we're going to talk about some potential partnerships, some revenge, and Rick's master plan. So let's start out with a brand new alliance we saw at the sneak peek, the trailer for next season. The group is walking down Hilltop, and Daryl even brought up the fact, he said, maybe we don't need numbers, we just need bigger weapons. So there is a little bit of a master plan working, explosives, rocket launchers, any of those things. Ultimately, the group will make it to Kingdom, and it's all about negotiating. Can they get Ezekiel to buy into him? Ezekiel drives a hard bargain. Richard's trying to convince him. He's trying to get Morgan and Carol on board. He may have to lose someone close to him in order to rise up and fight the Saviors. Major spoiler alert coming. Turn away 3, 2, 1. We don't think that Richard or Benjamin have filmed past episode 14, so it's likely the two of them may die in episode 14. They're not around for 15 and 16, and Ezekiel is. Let's move forward and talk about playing the game. The second half of the season is really going to focus in on deception, and who better to lead the charge than Jesus? Remember, Jesus got the walkie-talkie from Fat Joey, and the importance of this is they're going to be able to listen in. It's long-range radio. They can hear when the Saviors are coming, so that'll allow Rick's group to prepare and not be blindsided when they're going to show up just out of the middle of nowhere and start taking their stuff. It'll also help them to jazz it up a little bit more and get more items to look like they're more subservient than they really are. Here you can see the Saviors coming through, and the group's not caught off guard by it like they were before. They're actually waiting at the entrance. But the big question here is how much more are they going to want to take? Remember, Negan said whatever you had before is not enough. They already owe for Rosita, plus when they find out that Daryl killed Fat Joey, all hell is going to break loose. Speaking of Daryl, let's talk about sweet revenge. We saw the ultimate beatdown scene here. We don't know who he's beating down. I've heard speculation it could be Simon, a few other people. I'm going to go on record and say he beats down none other than Dirty Davy. I think that is Dirty Davy's hairstyle, a little bit of the bald spot in the back, and I really want to see him go. I think all season long they're going to have Daryl continue to unleash that built-up frustration. Forget Carl being the future serial killer. Daryl is going to get a lot of kills. The fans want it, the fans need it, and what better ways to take it out on Dirty Davy? And public enemy number 2, how about Heavy Metal Guy? He's going to be back in full effect. Maybe the rumor spread through. There's leaks everywhere. Somebody might have found out that Richard was feeding these pigs walkers. Remember, they came back because it's produce week. It's time to produce. And we had that epic scene between Richard and Heavy Metal Guy. Richard just had to shut up and take it. But we did see a little bit of sneak peek. Richard is actually, he's not going to be able to contain himself. Here he pulls out the weapon on Heavy Metal Guy. Morgan in the background still with the stick. Leave thoughts and comments below. Do you think someone will die in this scene? Ezekiel over there watching once again. May not stop Richard this time around. Hopefully, Heavy Metal Guy hits the road as well. I'd love to see an episode where both of those are out. Yes, there are a few bullets left. A lot of people said that Joey didn't pull the gun on Daryl because it didn't have bullets, but we saw Rick actually open it up. And here, they're out doing a little bit of hunting, so Rick's not going to pull out a gun that is not loaded. He either had some in store, or when Daryl gave it back to him, it was in fact loaded. We see this scene where Michonne and Rick are actually doing a little bit of recon work, but ironically enough, there was also a scene from here where Benjamin was out in the wilderness as well, so maybe this is where they start to run into each other out there looking for the kingdom, and then ultimately Benjamin will lead them back and be able to introduce the meeting between Rick and also Ezekiel. A little bit of road rage. This was an interesting scene. We see Rick driving. We didn't see who was up against him, but the very next scene, we actually saw Simon. Now, I don't know if Simon is in Alexandria tapping on the side, but ironically, Simon is looking out the passenger side and Rick is looking out the driver's side. So maybe we get a little speed racing going on. He looks a little bit upset. Maybe there's a little bit of animosity or something going on where they didn't get quite enough supplies, and perhaps Rick actually chases him down after he leaves Alexandria. A new ally or enemy, this is going to be the talk of everything the next couple of months until we finally get to February for the mid-season premiere. Carl jumping in the back here. They're being attacked by walkers, so I think you're going to start to see the walker storyline develop a little bit more. Here you can see Rick in the same scene. They are just completely inundated. What's important with this is one of the walkers actually has been configured in order to prevent dying. Check this out. Look at the helmet in the background. This is intentionally made to keep someone from shooting the walker's brains out. So this is a weapon in the making. There's rumors out there. There's Garbage Pail Kids. There's another group. And would that group potentially be against Rick's group, or could it be somebody they could partner with against the Saviors? Obviously, they got some technology, because this is pretty awesome. If you can make that and have the walkers fight for you, then it'll do a little bit of your dirty work. Maybe that's Rick's ultimate plan, his ultimate weapon he's going to leash in the second half of the season. Thanks everyone for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. My name is Killshot. Leave your thoughts, your predictions below, and look for more videos soon. Peace.